So you've probably heard of the placebo effect, but have you heard of the nocebo effect? It's Dr. McLean with Vital Energy Chiropractic. So you've heard of what's called the placebo effect, and the placebo effect is where somebody is given something like a sugar pill or a fake drug and told it's going to help them, and it actually makes an improvement. In fact, they even did this with surgery a couple times in the past. They did a placebo effect, I believe it was at Baylor University, where they told people they're coming in for arthroscopic knee surgery for osteoarthritis. And they said, if you agree to this surgery, we're going to put you in one of two groups. You may get the actual surgery, or you may get a placebo surgery, which means they're just going to put you under anesthesia and put you to sleep, so to speak, do an incision, and then stitch you back up. They're not going to do any surgery on your knee. They're just going to do an incision, stitch you back up, and then when you wake up, if you feel like you didn't get the result that you anticipated, then they'll actually go back and do the actual surgery. Well, they found that the people that got the placebo surgery actually did better than the people that actually got the real surgery. And why is that? There's many different factors, but the mind is very powerful. And if you're doubting this, think about this. Have you ever seen a situation either with yourself or with somebody else that they got so embarrassed that their face turned red? So something that they thought about had a physical change in their body. Or if you've gotten really scared about something, you actually got goosebumps, or you got so nervous about something, you actually got a stomach ache. Something that you thought about had a physical impact on your body. So we know that that part is real. But there's also something called the nocebo effect. And this is where if you think something's going to harm you, it's more likely to harm you. And this is what I want to talk about. This is really important because the pharmaceutical industry has a huge amount of money that they're using to program you on how to think about your health. They want you to think that your body's weak, that it's diseased, that you're going to need some type of medication or surgery to survive. You can't survive without them. And I'm not against medication and medical intervention. There's definitely plans for that, in place for that, especially in crises or urgency situations, more with traumas and things like that. But a lot of things that we do when we're younger lead to these medical issues that we feel like we need to rely on the pharmaceutical industry. So one area I want you to be really cautious of, if you watch the evening news or even just watch a lot of TV, which I don't recommend to watch the evening news, but if you do, that's your choice. A lot of the commercials are medications because they pay for a lot of the programming. And TV programming is just like it sounds, is programming, is trying to teach you a way to think. So you're watching these commercials and it says, man, if you're between ages 50 and 60, 1 out of 3 people, I won't even name the diseases because I don't want to put it in your head, 1 out of 3 people gets this XYZ nasty disease, and they show a picture of some really bad rash or somebody that's in, pain or whatever. And then, but if you take our medication, you're going to feel amazing. They'll play cartoon music and they show people running down the beach and they're very happy. And you watch those commercials over and over, and you're literally in this trance state because you're sitting on the couch and relaxed. And they're programming you. So next time you go to the doctor and the doctor says, hey, you probably need XYZ vaccine or you need this XYZ procedure, you're going to go, well, of course I do. I've been watching these commercials, but you won't really consciously know that because it's been programmed in your brain. So I would much rather have you focus on the placebo effect, program your brain to think that you're going to be healthy and strong and make decisions that are in line with that. So if you're going to watch the evening news, or you're going to watch a lot of TV, what I'd recommend to do is, especially if you got a DVR, is pause it, go do your spinal rehab for 2 or 3 minutes, come back, fast forward through the commercials, and then watch whatever TV show that you're going to watch. Okay, so be really conscious of what's going into your brain and what you're accepting. Or even if your friends and family are talking about, oh, you're going to need this procedure, this vaccine or whatever, you wait till you get to my age, you're going to be taking aspirin all the time. Reject that. Now, you don't have to say anything negative to that person, but just say in your mind, I reject that. I don't buy into that. And be really conscious of what you're focusing on.